After another break, because Batwoman has had so many at this point, Batwoman is back once again in its second season with episode 12. And of course, as you may have noticed, I did not review last episode. That's because I was pretty busy last week or the week before when the episode came out. But now I'm back to doing Batwoman, and this was honestly a pretty good episode. I think it was a fun episode. It was entertaining. It was definitely a basic plotline and simple story for the episode, but I think it was entertaining. I enjoyed it, moved the plot forward, so I liked it. Definitely let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. But anyways, guys, spoiler warning, because we are breaking this thing down in depth. So without further ado, let's jump into this thing. So we start off this episode with the villains, and it was a really cool scene here because we have Black Mask, who actually takes off his mask and reveals his secret identity, not to the world, but to, us as audience viewers, that Roman Sionis is the Black Mask. And if you know DC Comics, then you would have known that already. I also spoiled it in my past videos, so yeah, no surprise here, but at least general audience members know now too. So Roman Sionis is the Black Mask, and we know also that he has Kate Kane in his possession. And he starts getting real weird here because then he takes this mask that apparently is his daughter's, and they explain this whole thing of it's a family heirloom, and his whole family passed on these masks through generations and stuff like that. So he puts his daughter's mask on Kate Kane. And then Enigma does her whole hypnotic thing, that thing, and basically makes Kate forget that she is Kate, and now she thinks that she is Circe Sionis, the daughter of Roman Sionis. So now she's gone crazy mode, and they even mentioned how she broke out of Arkham and stuff. So yeah, not a good person, but now Kate thinks that she is that person. And this character in this episode definitely reminded me of Dula Dent, aka the Joker's daughter from the comics, mostly just based off the design and the look and everything, but I thought that was pretty cool. So in this episode, one of the main things going on is that the Crows now have Batwoman's DNA, because at the end of the last episode, I forgot his name, but it's Sophie's rival at the Crows. He managed to get a blood sample of Batwoman from the crime scene. So now he's brought that back to the Crows, and they are analyzing this to try and figure out what is Batwoman's secret identity. Who is Batwoman? Because, of course, Jacob Kane and the Crows, they all hate Batwoman, except Sophie, because she's the one good person working there. So, like I said, this is one of the big storylines of the episode. Because then we get a whole bunch of shenanigans going on here with the Sophie having to team up with Mary, and then Mary getting Jacob out of the office and going back to her clinic, and then Sophie gets in there, and then a whole bunch of stuff happens. But by the end of it, she is able to basically figure out a way for nobody to find out who Batwoman is, because, as we found out also in last episode, Sophie now knows that Ryan Wilder is Batwoman. So she was able to just delete Ryan Wilder from the system, and then boom, no matches with the DNA. So that was interesting. I'm interested to find out where this goes, because like I said, now Sophie knows that Ryan is Batwoman, but Ryan doesn't know that Sophie knows she's Batwoman. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Also, are they going to have a romantic relationship here? Are they going to get involved? Or are they just going to stay separate? But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So then, actually, speaking of Sophie, at the end of this episode, we do see that when she went back in Jacob's office, she actually found the snake bite. And she told Mary about it and everything. And Mary doesn't believe it. But yeah, looks like they're going to be cracking down on Jacob's addiction here, which is good, because that's not a good thing to be doing all the time, Jacob. But anyways, guys, the other main storyline of the episode involves a team up between Batwoman and Alice, because as we see at the beginning of the episode, Ocean has now been kidnapped. So Batwoman and Alice have to team up because both of their lovers have been kidnapped, Ocean and Angelique. So they got to team up, and Alice just wants a friend. Really, this episode kind of made me hate Ryan Wilder. When this season started off, I liked Ryan Wilder as a character. As it went on, I started liking her less and less, especially in this episode, because she's just really rude, honestly. Because, like I said, Alice she just seems like she wanted a friend. She just seemed like she wanted somebody to talk to about her feelings and stuff. And then Batwoman just betrays her. And then it gets even worse later, because then Batwoman does actually end up saving Angelique and Ocean. But then Kate shows up with the mask, and she's full-on crazy assassin mode. And then Kate almost gets killed, or no, Ryan almost gets killed. But then Alice actually shows up to help, because she was able to break out of where Ryan handcuffed her. So even after Ryan betrayed Alice, Alice still came to the rescue and saved her. And then when Kate almost killed Alice, Batwoman just left her again. So it kind of makes me not like Batwoman, because, you know, she's supposed to be the hero and everything. She's not supposed to be the person that, you know, lets anybody die, even the villains. So yeah, it kind of makes me not feel that great about Ryan. But we do see later that now Alice is in the possession of Black Mask and Kate Kane. So definitely really interesting there. And that is pretty much where that storyline ends off in the episode. And the only other thing that we have here is at the end, now that Angelique is saved, she and Ryan, they reunite. And this is when Angelique actually reveals that she is going into witness protection. And she wants Ryan to go with her. But unfortunately, Ryan can't just leave. I mean, she's Batwoman. She can't leave Gotham. So then they split up. They have to say goodbye, their farewells and everything. And basically, their relationship is over. So I don't know if we're going to see Angelique again. We might see her in a couple episodes or something. But I think their relationship is over now. And like I said, that does open up the door for possibly Ryan and Sophie, which I've been predicting a bit here. So I feel like that's the direction they're going to go in now. But again, we'll have to wait and see. So, guys, of course, let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments below. All your theories and predictions for the rest of Batwoman Season 2. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.